You know, a lot of people have been talking about, rivals characters, who's honest, who's dishonest, who's scummy and whatnot. And we're here to give you the official honesty tier list for rivals. So let's start from the bottom because I feel like dishonest is like easier to detect than honesty. And definitely the most dishonest character by far is Forsburn. All right, this motherfucker's all about deceit. He's got this fog of war bullshit. He's got the clones. And look at him. He's wearing a fucking skull on his head. This edge lord for sure. This guy will lie to your face and not feel bad about it. In fact, he's so dishonest. I feel like he deserves his own tier. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a little F tier down here. And Forsburn, definitely F tier on honesty. All right. All right. All right, who's next? I think Orcane's pretty dishonest. His archetype is like a playful trickster. He's like his whole thing is he has weird movement, unusual aerials. He's got all those puddle bullshit, and the bubbles, dude. Those bubbles are dishonest as fuck. So Orcane definitely pretty high on dishonesty. All that hydroplaning bullshit. Next up, we have Rano. Rano is, he calls himself the poisonous pacifist. All right, but Rano ain't a fucking pacifist, man. Every time I play him, he fucking beats the shit out of me. He's kicking me and punching me like that. That pacifist wouldn't be doing that, right? And I feel like his like normals are pretty honest, but like there's some bullshit he's got. That the crazy movement mix-ups with like the wave bounce, voodoo dash stuff where he's just zipping all around the stage. He makes a bubble, he tongues his own bubble, but then he does the wave bounce needle and he's just zipping all over the place. That's not honest. He's supposed to be slow in the air, but he's got all this crazy shenanigans to make him move fast. So Rano pretty dishonest. Next up, I think is Maple, but I'm gonna go a tier up with Maple. Maple is a raccoon, a species known for being dishonest. Maple brings in plant friends to help her. This is supposed to be a one-on-one fighting game, but for some reason, Maple's around to bring friends, right? No one else is bringing friends into the fight with him, and so yeah, he's all around pretty dishonest character. Yeah, I'm gonna switch things up for a second and go to the honest side because I feel like it's always easier to calibrate the extremes and then fill out the middle later. And most honest, everyone's kind of. I'm gonna say Loxodont is probably the most honest, but I don't think he's honest enough to be an S tier. I'm gonna put him in A tier. So a Loxodont, he's a big guy. He's got a big sword or a big axe, and he swings at you. You know where he stands. He knows where you stand. He's gonna hit up, swing his big sword. It's slow, it's strong, and it's big. Also, Loxodont, is an elephant. Elephants known for their memory, and I feel like if an elephant was lying to people a lot, it would, they'd remember, right? Like it's kind of a game theory thing where like the more memory people have, the more repeated iterations you're going to play a game against somebody, the more your dishonesty is going to come back to bite you. And elephants, they know, they remember, and they won't be dishonest because they know that their reputation matters. Next up, I'm going to put a Raster. Raster, he's a pretty straight shooter. He's the leader of the bunch, and you gotta be charismatic and you gotta be honest. You gotta inspire confidence, and dishonesty does not inspire confidence. So Raster, by nature has to be honest. And gameplay wise, you know what he's doing. He's gonna jump at you. He's gonna swing his arms at you, and yeah, he's gonna be jumping around in the air with multiple jumps. But that's about it. I feel like the special pummel's a little dishonest. Fucking tornado where he lifts you up, but overall, pretty honest character. Next up, I would say Zetterburn. Zetterburn, he's kind of again kind of a noble, honorable character. He's a lion. He's a prideful guy, and he's kind of a jock. I feel like Zetterburn and Raster are both kind of jocks. Zetterburn's got his like Letterman jacket and everything, but he is a spacey and he has a shine, and I feel like shine is kind of intrinsically dishonest. The whole point of the shine is you go like ooga booga, look at all these buttons I'm pressing, and you scare people, but like there's actually tons of holes in the shine pressure, and you just try to intimidate people into not contesting it. And so I feel like just by nature having a shine, Zetterburn has to go down a tier. All right, who's next? Oh, this is tough. I feel like these three are all pretty close. I think I gotta put Clarin next. You know, she's got a sword and she swings it, and that's about it. You know, she doesn't have that many like elemental gimmicks like the rest of the characters. I guess like the side B is kind of deceitful. You know, it's kind of like, oh, I'm here. Oh, no, I'm there, and I attack you where I used to be. And counter is a little deceitful, but you know, I feel like she's overall pretty honest. I will say the most dishonest thing about Clarin is the fact that she brought a fucking lightsaber to a fist fight. All right, like all these other characters are fighting with their fists. You know, maybe Forsburn's got a knife, Floxon's got an axe, but she brought a fucking lightsaber. All right, that's some fucking technology, and it's not a fair fight. Next. Oh, this is tough. I feel like I gotta put Crag next. Actually, let's talk about Fleet. So Fleet, you know, overall she seems like an honorable character, but she's definitely got that like Robin Hood vibe. You know, kind of like steal from the rich, give to the poor. And like, while that's noble, it's also dishonest. Like stealing is intrinsically dishonest. Like I get the vibe that Fleet would lie if she thought it was for a good cause. And you know, there's a difference between good intentions and honesty. And you know, Fleet not that honest. She's a fox. You know, Fox is known for being wily, and you know, she's got some stupid shit like the special ledge get up where she shoots the arrow way up in the air and then it comes back down like that. That's dishonest as fuck, right? That's crazy. And then the tornado, you know, yeah. So she's definitely there. And then I'm gonna put Crag next. You know, Crag, the Earth's Bastion or whatever his epithet is. You know, he's over. You know, he's like, I feel like heavies kind of have to be a little honest because they're, you know, slow and clunky. But you know, he's got some bullshit. You know, like he can just make a pillar out of nowhere, right? Like, well, what the fuck is that? You know, he picks up his rock and he throws it at you, and then he picks it up again and he throws it at you again. You know, like, and then and the side B, oh, that thing is mega dishonest. Like he just rolls at you, and then he can jump out of it for some reason. Like that thing is a scrub killer for sure. So yeah, Crag a little more dishonest than Fleet. Yeah, that's the dishonesty tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know, but regardless of what you think, I'm right and you're wrong because, yeah. And for what it's worth, I'm an arcane player.